Sahana bhavatu, sahano punantu, saviryam karvavahye, tejasvinavaditamastu, adivishavahe. Om Sahana bhavatu, sahano punantu, saviryam karvavahye, tejasvinavaditamastu, adivishavahe. Om Sahana bhavatu, sahano punantu, saviryam karvavahye, tejasvinavaditamastu, adivishavahe. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Namaste everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Sadhguru Shri Muji Baba ki Jai. Give me a couple of minutes and then. Unconditionally right now. You don't even have to drop the conditions. They are gone already. Don't even pick up the condition that you have to drop the condition. Whatever is naturally present here, meet yourself as that. If you pick up a condition, it is not a mistake, it is not a sin. This moment is fresh again. No harm done. Shiva is still Shiva. Buddha is still Buddha. Your own self. He can call you on the phone also. Nothing has changed. This is the meeting you have all been waiting for. To meet yourself. Nothing is excluded from this. Include all perceptions in yourself. They already are. No distinctions about anything at all. Even if it seems like you're stuck in doubt, you're doubting deeply, you are still the self, playing with doubt. And now that you have met yourself, try to leave yourself. See if you can leave yourself completely. Don't add anything to the instructions that I am giving you. That which you are discovering about yourself, see if that can be left, put aside. You are not hankering for any state, not waiting for anything to happen. It is not about yesterday or tomorrow. Just what is most natural about you is here. The words that might come after this from your mouths, the actions that might happen through your hands, can come and go, whatever they have to be. They do not touch the reality of yourself. All thoughts might come and go. You don't even have to label them as good thoughts or bad thoughts. You are open to all emotions as well. More spacious than space itself. You are discovering your truest, unbroken silence. Untouched by any words. If you interpret or judge anything at all, it will only appear as if you are limited, a person, but it will never be so in reality. And know that all interpretations, all judgments are only about your own self, posing as if you are limited. all of you are meeting yourselves. It is inescapable. Only the concept of meeting itself will dissolve. Because you are just what you have always been. Full and complete. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Namaste.
Namaste.
In deep sleep, there are only awareness.
Yeah.
Awareness, aware of himself, and also aware of no thing. No? And in deep sleep, there are no wall.
Yes.
No wall. No? When I wake up,
Yes.
the wall come again.
Yes.
No? So awareness need my body mind to see the wall. No.
The need, but it plays as if. See, awareness doesn't need anything at all. See? It is when it plays with this dynamic aspect, which is this sense of your existence. Then this sense of existence can play in any way that it wants. Many have reported things like out-of-body experiences, and some of us have also had them. So the body, although our usual experience is the body is the tool for perception, but it is also completely possible for this consciousness to perceive all things without a body. It is not limited by any limitation at all. All of this are just moving images in its light.
But normally, this awareness need this body mind to see the world. Normally, usually,
we can say
no?
uses.
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 Yes. So if I'm this awareness, if I'm this self,
Yeah.
the same than yours,
Yes.
we see the same wall, no?
Yeah.
Same wall, no?
What you are seeing is all there is to be seen. There is nobody else seeing anything at all.
Just the awareness seeing.
Yes. Just the one self, which is perceiving all things. the idea of others itself dissolves here, isn't it?
Mm. And that's the proof enough to know I am not this body mind,
Yes.
because when I am asleep, this body mind disappear.
Disappear. Yes,
No?
exactly. And also there is more proof, because at least for those of us who have dream states,
Mm.
you see, then there you can see that there's another body there, and another world there.
Mm.
You see, so not only are we not the body mind, but we are not a body mind contained in a particular world.
In dream state.
In a dream state,
Ah.
it can seem like there is just as vibrant a body full of pain and pleasure.
Mm.
All things are there.
Mm.
You see, time and space, everything is there. You see?
Mm.
So this constriction about being an object located in this body mind falls away when we start to investigate. But there are other states which come, like deep sleep state,
Mm.
nothing at all, like you say. You see,
Mm.
only awareness itself.
Mm.
You see? Dream state, just like this waking state, but when we are in this realm, we call that dream state, and we are there, we might be calling this dream state. Who knows?
Mm. And if I am this awareness, this I, this self, mm, why I cannot see the world when this body mind sleep through another body minds? If I am the self, there's like a eyes of the absolute looking the world, no? And why I'm not able to see this world from another eyes, no? Why?
So if you are this body mind,
Mm.
then that would be true. But we just saw that you are not this body mind. Therefore, when you sleep,
Mm.
it is not this body mind that is sleeping. It is consciousness itself which has gone back to its source.
Mm.
So the entire world vanishes. Nobody else is there to see anything at all. Just like when the dream ends, what happened to the other dream characters? Why can't you see through them that dream world?
But I mean, in sleep, in deep sleep,
Yes.
in sleep state,
Yes.
not in the dream
Agreed,
state.
but I'm saying that we can ask the same question
Mm.
for the dream state, saying, I saw all these people that were there,
Mm.
they were also seeing.
Mm.
But now that the dream is gone and I've gone to sleep state, why can't I see through those ones that were there in the dream state?
Mm.
You see, it is the
So
same
dream
thing.
state, wake state, same.
Same. All is shining in the light of your own projection of your own consciousness. Whether you call it dream, whether you call it waking, makes no difference. There are no others in that way, you see, because the entire dream is your projection. The entire waking is also your projection.
But when I am in a dream state,
Yeah.
I dream, I don't know what, and the next dream was not there, the dream, but the wall in awake state, still there. No?
This we presume. So suppose the dream just started. Is it possible for us to have a dream where we are having exactly this same conversation?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Mm.
So this dream, suppose it just started. You start the dream by saying, who are you? What am I doing here? You see, this so-called memory, which convinces us of the continuity, is also available in dream state. Nobody starts a dream with amnesia. You see, everybody knows, oh, these are my family, these are my friends. So memory is another projection of consciousness itself and presents this world of continuity, but it is not verified through insight, this continuity.
But everybody see the same world.
Everybody in the dream also sees the same world. Where is everybody? Only in a projection within you, isn't it?
Mm.
Same way, all of this is a projection within you. That's why I said right from the beginning, the insight that we are getting, we try to contain that as if it is being seen in this body or something. You see? But what you're discovering about yourself is that you are not contained in this body. This body is just another appearance in your dream, in your whatever, waking, whatever you call it. So then the concept of everybody itself is no longer there. This is the only reason why Bhagavan said there are no others. All of this is you.
This is me, like body mind, or like self.
All of this is your self.
Yeah.
Your mind is just one aspect of the self, which is this bundle of thoughts, memory, imagination, these. And there is no such thing as a mind. It is just a concept that we use to single out a certain set of sensations. You see? Just like there is no such thing like the body. It is only another label for a certain set of sensations. Just like there is no such thing as the world. It is another label that we use for another set of perceptions, sensations. There is only the self.
You say this world is memory.
No? I said this world that is appearing is a projection of consciousness. Within this projection of consciousness, there is an aspect called memory, which is also a part of this.
And this self, this awareness, this I, have any purpose?
You know? All there is does not have a purpose.
So the God's will, or
Yeah.
doesn't exist?
Is the will of its play. You see? If you're all there is, I jokingly saying this, okay, because there is no explanation for these things. But my favorite explanation for that which is unexplainable is that because you're all there is, you're a bit bored. You see? So how do you entertain yourself? By creating this notion of separation and trying to do something, get somewhere. So God's will is just that urge to play as if it is something and experience itself. But ultimately, even this is not true. You cannot say anything about that which is no thing. Yet we try for the fun of it, but mostly to remove the question. Actually. That's exactly what I said. That there is no real explanation. We just play with these explanations. You can say God is doing this, or awareness is doing this, self is doing this, because it wants to entertain itself, or we can say it wants to experience itself as something, or we can say it wants to evolve on a scale of consciousness. All of these are not true answers. There is no true answer for this. Ultimately, you will say nothing has ever happened. You see? But till then, we have to entertain ourselves with some answer. And my favorite one is the play. It's correlated. The mind is that which provides the concept for our reasoning to work itself out in some way. So when the concept is provided, it goes to your intellect, to your reasoning. You can give your assent to it or your dissent to it. In that way, all concepts and intellect works together. Is there a separate layer? You can see over there. There's a mind.
But just a play. We are just, I don't know.
You are the player
Players,
itself.
no?
Yeah. You're the one player.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Yeah. That is a familiar. He says, tell me when I have to step down. Guruji said, nobody else wants to come up, you see. Remember this? When somebody raises a hand, yeah, it's a bit warm. Just give them a minute to settle down.
As, as an answer to any question, as I notice what you are doing, you suggest to start with the truth, not like to come with it to truth, but to start with it.
Exactly. Yes.
So, like to start with what is known, with the insight, to stand on it.
Exactly.
So, and I was bothered very much, before you started the guided inquiry, with some doubt, and it was really so true. This doubt, so obvious, and I would say I can't be myself without resolving it, and I must answer you to resolve ask you to resolve it. But then it went, and I still cannot collect it. I try, but it just goes through my hand as a sand. I can't do it. So that means this is the destiny of any doubt, probably.
Yes. You mean dissolution?
Yes.
Yeah.
Even without without going into it and finding the satisfying answer for the mind.
Yeah. They all drop away. It's like the conceptual dust. You see, it drops away. Some get answers, so they seem to get less sticky. You see, some just in the light of satsang, in the light of your own seeing of what you are. All of this drops away. There are many, many doubts we've had, and we don't know what happened to them. Isn't it? They just went. They were, maybe we didn't even get answer for it, but we lost interest in them. They just went.
I mean, I have to just to cover it with one blanket altogether.
Yeah.
Even for the, let's say, future.
Yes. Let's say future.
So and always start with what is,
Exactly.
is what I know
Yes.
right now, and what I know is just I'm here, and after that I'm here, shall I go into who knows that I'm here, or shall I not?
You should not. If it comes on its own, let it resolve itself on its own.
Like there is no second step necessary to take.
Yes. No should at all now. Because should would mean that I still have to get somewhere.
Yes, exactly.
You don't have to get anywhere. We said the starting point itself is the truth. It is not an incomplete truth. You are complete right now. Now, this does not mean that new, fresh insights will not come, but they don't have to be forced. They come in their own way, in their own beauty.
So, and I feel it as there is some energy what comes to bring me further.
Yeah.
So, like by force, I have not to ask, to inquire into what is behind the I am.
No force needed in anything.
But Master said there is something behind, and I know you also showed me last time. I just could not keep it.
That is not going anywhere. It is just here already. What I showed you and what I'm showing you. It's just naturally present. The should and the force can only seem to get in the way now.
Some people like not satisfied.
Yeah,
Right?
I can.
I mean, if there is some more steps, I have to do it. You know, like before I leave the retreat. And
yes, but then, if that was true, then whatever I've been saying so far is not true. That means that the self must be incomplete right now, needing some sort of completion. That which you saw was an insight to what already is your truest position right now.
So, and that becomes clear when I see that this I amness and I don't know, it doesn't come out.
You're aware of that which perceives all things, and this is your natural position. Sometimes when the satsang is on and the pointing is heard, it directs the attention in its own natural way to see this which is always true. If you take it on as a practice, then there might be a tendency to make a practitioner out of yourself. You see.
Oh yes, I can see it. It's like as if I feel some little shifts inside of this uh, Mness. One is like just M,
Yeah.
and another is kind of kind of kind of more to it.
More than I am?
Yes, it's like
That one I want to
it's
make.
like even not bothered by. It's like not even.
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
even nicer, but I don't know. It's just.
Yes. So
Is it the confusion?
it is
that's,
I itself.
inside.
That which is more than I am is I.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is not I am plus. It is the I which is independent even of am.
It's really hard to speak about such things.
Yes, I know. You see, is the I am also ultimately, which is the ultimately, okay? Not to rush into these kind of statements, but ultimately, even this consciousness is a coming and going. I remains unchanged.
And, it can't say uh, anything about itself when it is completely without attributes. You can only speak after.
Exactly. Only when the I am comes, the infrastructure for speaking,
Okay.
the reporting, all this comes. What is there to say about nothing? Even nothing is not true. I say if I say nothing, then it can seem like nothing, like that. We get this concept of I'm just nothing. Yeah? If I say no thing, then it again can create some trouble for someone. Like, what no thing? Yeah? So these are at best pointers. All these are pointers. What is aware of your existence? What is aware of even that there is awareness of existence? These pointers don't have to force anything. One day you'll just be completely relaxed and this question comes. I am this awareness which remains untouched and it is not forgotten itself. There is no such thing as remembering or forgetting. You see? So this play is a deeper recognition. Now what happens is because this uh, consciousness has been designed very well. So at the same time, some movements have happened with the body mind, you see. So like Bhagwan said, okay, if I'm dying, I'm going to lie down and see it. You see? But what was being discovered was not at the level of body mind. That was just the outward lila. So we feel like we have to do some outward lila to get to that. No, that will happen, and this lila will happen on its own. That is already unfolding. You see, because it played this part of the play, which was personal, identified. Now it is divesting from that play. That is the movement which is happening. This body mind is just going along with the flow, but because we have had this idea of doership, we feel like I can do something with my hands or my mouth or my head or something which is leading me to that recognition. It is not true.
Yes.
You see, this is not true. This is just the outward, surface level appearance of what is happening beyond this realm.
It's a bit painful to confirm this,
Yes.
but when it is confirmed, much great joy comes is behind it.
This is
already
exactly
around
the
it,
point.
yes.
So as consciousness is contemplating its own self for its own joy, then this body seems to move a certain way. Now we've mistaken the movement of this body to be, this is how I am confirming. You see?
Yes.
This can do anything. You see? Consciousness will move this as part of that bigger movement. But we got so related to identifying with this body as I, it can feel like because I sat like this, that's why. You see? Or because like that. The movement is already underway. If you feel like it has something to do with this body mind, forget about that. And whatever has to play through this body mind will unfold. Take it in. This is just your outer lila. Truth is unfolding outside this universe.
Thank you.
You can come first, and then first Shanti. So, what lila are we going to play now?
I wanted to just before the retreat was over,
Yeah.
just say thank you mostly for your grace, for Guruji's grace, for bringing me here, because it was all by your grace, and then by the grace of the beautiful sangha that is here, and also the sangha online.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here without it.
Thank you all for
Yeah,
enabling her to come.
thank you. So that lila is very beautiful.
Yeah.
And also that to thank and to honor the love that is here in this room and in those beings that are watching as a united love, because there's so much that I, as a being, look at other beings and can say, I feel a lot of fear and judgment and all kinds of mixed emotions that are not pleasant. But the one thing, the one thing that I recognize in every single one is that we are here for this love for you, this love for God. It brings us together. And that's what I see mostly. And I just ask and I pray that when the other ugliness that is sometimes present obscures this love, that it's always stronger, that it's always more. It is more, but that it's recognized. So just to say that. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you, everybody, Sangha, for your love.
Are you comfortable?
So basically, I had a question is that suppose if I sit for inquiry at this point in time and I just realize that I'm not the thoughts or I'm not the feelings, and I can see that, and let's say after 5 minutes, again the I thought comes. So do I need to do the inquiry again, or I can just say that I just saw that and then I could see it? I mean, does it have to be fresh each and every time, or because
So-
it's not ingrained in me?
The thought comes and it goes. Did it leave a residue?
Unless I don't identify.
Then no residue. Is it? The good news is that I'm giving you is that whatever might have happened, right now it's all gone. So till you pick up the next one with your identification, with your belief, which might seem like the entire tree of conditioning is back. But actually there is no such thing. So that's why Bhagavan said, either surrender it or inquire into it. Surrender means simply the simple state of let go. See, either we use a tool like saying this is my father's problem, this is Sadhguru's problem, so that allows us to let go. Or we inquire and say, okay, whose problem is this? Both lead to the dropping of this notion, the notional residue of these thoughts.
But that has to be done fresh every time.
Actually, if I say just let them all come and go, don't serve them tea, is that okay?
Okay.
Like the Zen master said,
Mhm.
all thoughts are visitors. Keep your front door and back door open. Let all of them come and go. Don't serve them tea.
Okay.
And if you find yourself serving tea to some of them consistently, and they'll be about a particular relationship or a job or something, you see, we might feel like our lives are very complex actually, but only one or two, maybe three things that bother us mainly. So if you find there is there's a particular theme about which the thought is believed consistently, the tea is served consistently, then you can pull that into your inquiry and say, okay, whose money is it? Or whose freedom is it? You see? Then when you inquire, then inquire. You see? Because if you are with the inquiry temperament, then you inquire and say, who has to find freedom? The mind comes and says, I haven't got it yet, I haven't got freedom yet, I might never get it. All these might be the thoughts we are picking up. So, okay, who must get to freedom? Then don't leave this question. Whenever it tries to push the button, whenever you get the opportunity to look, you look. How you know you are done with this inquiry? Then the notion, when it comes, it becomes laughable. This is only for those with inquiry temperament. I'm not advising this to everyone. If you have the temperament which feels natural to inquire, then take the ones which constantly seem to get you and pull that into your inquiry. And then when you're inquiring, inquire. Whose freedom is it? Who wants freedom? I must get my freedom. Who is this I? Who is witnessing this thought? I must get my freedom. See? Inquire. And you see, there is nobody here who is bound. I that you find needs no freedom. So when again the thought comes, it becomes more and more laughable till it comes to a point where you're not serving it tea anymore.
Also, sometimes that you say that be who you are, and so when you sit in meditation, sometimes then you try to apply that. But when you try to do that, you're actually conceptualizing it.
Exactly. So even that's why I said, meet yourself. You see? But eventually the notion of meat will also drop. That is also a concept you rightly said.
Okay, so it's like when you sit in meditation, should you try to forget the teaching in one sense, or because
The starting point already is that everything is forgotten. The starting point of this moment, all is forgotten. Any moment is like this. Imagine if you had to forget everything, how would you do it? You would first have to remember what you have to forget and then try to drop it.
yeah, and you try to forget it. That's again a concept. Also, what you were saying that you're already what you are.
Yes.
So in that sense, but by habit, I always try to identify with my thoughts. So in that sense,
By habit, yes, that is the habit which
the
everybody is
habit. So
inflicted.
in that sense, there is still a doing involved that I need to undo that stuff that I'm doing.
As long as putting the heavy bag down seems like a doing, we can do it. You see, that's why I was saying yesterday that effort means energy. Now, is energy in picking up the notion or in leaving the notion as it is and allowing it to come and go? You need to expend energy in which case?
Picking it up.
To pick it up.
Yeah.
You see, therefore, effort, which means effort means when you expend energy, that is effort. Therefore, effort actually must be when you're picking it up. You see, but we have, because it's become a habitual picking up, so this has seemed to be like become my natural state. You see, so then it might feel like effort too. You see, like to keep it, but for a bit it can feel like this. You see, that's why I said as long as it feels like effort to put the bag down, we can make that effort. But actually, you realize this is the effortless, and that was the effort.
So would you say like, the effort to put the bag down is basically noticing yourself?
Yes, the noticing is the best drop-in.
So would you say that whenever you can, you just always try to notice yourself, or
If it seems natural and easy to you, don't pick up any burden of anything that I'm telling you to do. It feels natural that the noticing, I'm just here, and actually naturally what is coming and going is noticed. You see, but if you make a noticer out of yourself, then you'll have to remove the noticer also. That's the thing. That's why I'm not prescribing something to do like that, because then that becomes the comes with that, the practitioner. Okay. Right now, what is there?
right now nothing?
That nothing is the self.
Yeah, but that's because I'm sitting here. Once the satsang is over, then I'm back to my.
You can send me a report like this saying, I left satsang and actually the self vanished and the person came. It doesn't happen like this. It's true to some extent, where in satsang the energetic support system is available for you to check these things and they seem very clear. And I've got this report also over the years. Ananta, it was so clear like 15 minutes ago in satsang. And now I've come out and I've come to the chai shop. It's like, what self, na? There's just person. So it can feel like that. Yes, yesterday to somebody I was saying in the night that if it was just the same outside of satsang with me, then maybe this Ananda would miss his children too much and nobody would come to see him. But the truth is actually unchanged. And this distinction between in satsang, outside satsang, that will also start to dissolve. Who had the hand up?
For days now in satsang and out of satsang, I haven't really had a sticky thought or anything like that.
Yeah.
But right now, somehow in this satsang,
Yeah.
a few come, and I just felt like coming up and cosmic. I live. We moved. My family. We moved from one small place to another small place. But the first small place was, I guess, affluent. I never heard anybody speaking of not having, or in this place we live in is very mixed. So yes, some people have more or a lot, and some people don't have enough. And these sticky thoughts have to do with these relationships. It's like with your photo album example. So it's a few sections mixed up. It's not just one section to drop. So it's well, one section is these relationships.
I've even forgotten about it. Can you remind me of my photo album? I remember I used to use it.
Yeah.
Can you see?
So there are basically there are these three sections or three types of things that could be bothering us. The first one would be relationship with others. The second one would be work, money type stuff. And the third type is body health type. And then the fourth is our freedom type stuff. And dropping the whole thing is difficult. So we make a photo album. Basically, every thought we pick up like this is a picture. And then we put it in sections, and we could drop the sections, making it easier. But these sections are mixed. So I think I'm at a point where the photo album is dropping. So, I'm just sharing this sticky thought emotion. I guess it's a lot of emotion.
Yes.
The truth is impersonal. But then in life, it is personal. Friendships, etc. So friends come to me asking, because we have, So we're new in this place. I think it is easier for them to ask me than the other people they know. Okay? It's a cold place. So winter is very cold. So we have wood, and we have friends coming asking for wood, and I have friends asking for money, and to pinpoint the sticky thought is generosity. But then this place which is protected from being
taken advantage of.
This generosity, because it's like feels like water goes to the easy place. So these people will come to the easy place because this is where the water is going, so we go there. I won't ask my mother for money. I'm asking, he's smiling, he's giving. Why not? And I'm finding it takes a burden from me. I keep a tab of, this person took 2,600 from me. But they don't keep a tab. So if I mess, and I don't usually think of money. But now it's like 2,600. This one took 20 bags of wood. This one, all this stuff.
I see.
But and somehow today in Satsang, there's a few of these that come like this together. I also see the grace coming. It's also with the photo album. The opportunity to examine, to notice, to see clearly.
Yes. I know, actually a bit of this from the life experience of this one also has been like this, that there was actually somebody I met a few years ago in the Sangha, Guruji Sangha, and for a long time I helped him. Like it became like a regular, monthly installment payment almost. It became part of the thing, like every month. Yeah. And then I came to this recognition that even that can become a position, you see, that to be generous. And I realized that empty of position, then sometimes it can happen, and sometimes you say no, it's not fine this month. Okay? And this for this expression is a little more tough to say no. Okay? As most of those who've been with me know this, that is usually the what comes from here is yes. But as something is seen more and more clearly, then you realize that you cannot even take a position of generosity. How consciousness has to reveal itself in that moment. See if you can meet that moment fresh, and watch what your mouth is going to say. Sometimes I say yes, of course. No, I don't feel. Yeah, it's okay.
You see also how it's generous sometimes to say no, because then the water has to find a different.
It is yes. It can be sometimes kindness to say no. It's true. I have to also learn this. It's true. No, it's very. It's true. No, I'm fine. How about everybody else? Okay. First.
Actually, it is not a question, but we are knowing right now, self-realization is not a new discovery.
Separation is
Self-realization.
Self-realization
is not a new discovery.
Not a new discovery.
It has been always there.
Yes.
But it has been overlooked.
Yes.
And has been always equated with the body's presence.
Yes. The self is not a new discovery. It has always been there and has been overlooked. To recognize this is self-realization.
Yeah. So it is so easy and so simple.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
So welcome.
Actually, I was reading one of your books. Somewhere you have mentioned that though you are convinced that you are self-realized, and you say that as a graduation, but you must get the masters. You have insisted there. Master should confirm that it is your realization.
I have said like this?
Yeah, you have said.
Sounds very different from me. Must be one of the very old books.
It's not very old. I'm carrying that
many
also.
times, as you know in Satsang, we are not answering the question. We are answering the questioner.
Yeah. No, it's about, I think, those who are dropping out of the Sangha. Some people, they think that they have realized and they should not anymore, they should stop going to the Sangha. Satsang.
Okay. I'm saying that. Yes. Though I was saying that if you think that you have not got it, keep coming to Satsang. And if you think you have got it, keep coming to Satsang.
Yeah, it's like that.
Maybe some sort of explanation for that could have been.
Yeah. Actually, that is what I wanted to confirm, whether I have got it.
Keep coming to Satsang. One of the first things I said when we started was that the concept of getting, it's like what you said first. I have always been this.
Yeah.
So what did you get?
No, nothing. I got nothing. Actually, this is just a new sort of understanding. Even it is not a realization also. I knew that always. So that's what I'm asking whether that is what it is.
For some time, just forget about the notion of self-realization. In fact, you just forget about it, about the notion. And then if someday words come and you have to explain it to somebody else, let the words come on their own. You don't have a concept of it. Because sometimes the notion of self-realization itself is the biggest burden that you might pick up. And I don't want to give any of my children any burden to carry. It has been maybe nourished so much, you see, like that the final bowl for the cat is going to get to its nirvana, self-realization. You see, that is the promise. But what you found is that you looked in the mirror and you saw that there is no cat. There is actually nothing special in that. Nothing special in that. So let others around you say whatever they have to. You don't need to have any concept around realization. If I was to say you are self-realized, who would that you point to?
It's to no one. It's just
That no one is self-realized. Yes.
it is just a presence there.
That no thing, that I am presence, empty of all notions, is the light of enlightenment itself.
Thank you.
All these have also just been questions.
How do you see likes and dislikes? I was just contemplating about it. So, does it having a liking or disliking has the personal smell, or how does it? Suppose I like to do something.
Yes. If there is attachment to the notion, then that can seem to be activating the identity. If it is light, like I was saying, that I might like pasta, but if it's not available and I have to eat chapati, does that cause suffering? No. So there can be these light preferences in the When the play of consciousness is happening, there will always be. Otherwise, you will just go to any restaurant and say, whatever, just whatever. No, you see the menu, whatever. It was just light. There's not available, not available, not available. You don't start crying. There's not. It's not. It's not a feverishness. It's not an attachment. But the slight play of preferences. Everybody that is in this human realm, or all aspects of consciousness playing as these aspects of itself, have some conditioning as long as this body is there. But as long as not, yeah. Somebody was going to sing today. You were going to sing? Yes, yes, come.
It's called Uvasagaharam Stotram. It's one of the stotras that we learned in Jainism. It has a vibe of almost like Hanuman Chalisa. Uvasagaharam pasam vandami kamaganamukam visahara visaninasam mangala kallana avasam visahara fulingamantham कंठे दारै जो सयामणो तस गहरो गमारै डुट्ठ जराजन्ति उवसामम् चिट्ठौ दूरे मंतो तुझ प्रणामो ही बहुफलो होई नर तेरे ये सुवि जीवा पावन्ति ना दुःख दो गच्छम तू हसमते लत्ते चिंतामणि कप्पपायव बहिये पावन्ति अविघेणम जीवाय रामरं थाणम् यसन्तु महायश भतिम्बरनिम्बरेण येण तादेव दिज्यबोहिम् भवे भवे पास जिणचन्द भवे भवे पास जिणचन्द भवे भवे पास जिणचन्द
Let's all invoke the beautiful presence of our beloved Master, Sadhguru Shri Moji Baba. Thank you, Father, for this beautiful silence and the gift of the beautiful insights that we have been having in this retreat so far. And as we come out of this outer silence, may our continued deepening of our inner silence keep happening by your grace. May our heads be forever at your lotus feet. Everybody, once repeat after me. Jai Shri Moji Baba.
Jai Shri Moji Baba.
Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now, slowly and gently we'll come out of our silence. Don't go all out. Big thank you to all of you who have been joining consistently online. I've been getting all your messages. It feels like you've participated so far along with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all for being in Satsang this morning. Sadhguru Shri Moji Baba ki Jai.